Breaking news, police in the UK say they've arrested an 18-year-old man in connection with the London subway blast that injured more than a dozen people on Friday.
Now, despite this arrest, the country is on edge. This morning, hundreds of soldiers are deployed in the streets. Authorities say the terror threat level will remain at critical, meaning they believe that another attack might be imminent.
The crude bomb used here was contained in a bucket, wires hanging out of it. It partially exploded during the morning rush hour. The blast set off a stampede of terrified commuters.
Now, ISIS has claimed responsibility. They say more bombs are out there. Questions loom this morning, including whether there are other terrorists on the loose right now. We begin our coverage with ABC's Ian Pannell, who's in London for us this morning. Ian, good morning to you.
Dan, Paula, good morning to you from Parsons Green Station. This is the station that was attacked yesterday. You can see the police out on patrol this morning. Things remain tense here and people are being vigilant. So yes, some major news. An 18-year-old man picked up in the southern port city of Dover. Why is Dover important? Well, if you're trying to flee the country, then Dover is one of those places you go to. You get on a ferry, you go to France, and then you'll be in continental Europe. Two other things to bring viewers up to speed on. One is that this investigation is continuing and that the terror threat remains critical. This morning, as London recovers from the terror attack, a major police breakthrough. An 18-year-old arrested in the southern port city of Dover. But the investigation continues and there's a heavy police presence at busy London train stations. The UK terror threat raised to critical overnight, the highest possible tier, meaning another attack could be imminent. Counter-terrorism police and MI5 hunting for other suspects. The homemade explosive detonating at 8:20 a.m. yesterday morning, but it didn't go off as the attackers planned.
Literally within 3 seconds of putting a bag down, the doors just closing, hear a loud explosion occur.
And I turned left and I saw the fireball surge toward my side.
People desperately trying to escape.
There was women underneath me, there was a lady saying, I'm pregnant, there's a little boy, his face had got smacked into the step. There was just layers and layers of people screaming.
People were just getting crushed and we were just trampling each other and it was just every man for themselves.
Emergency responders tending to the injured after passengers escaped out the back of the train.
I saw one woman being wheeled out on a stretcher. Her legs were quite badly burnt and they were wrapped in plastic and her hairline looked quite charred.
Police saying many could have died if the bomb had fully exploded. We understand it was the same material used in the Manchester Ariana Grande bombing, TATP, known as the Mother of Satan. But it seems the bombers got the mixture wrong, which is why it didn't go off as planned.
We're strengthening our policing resources on the streets of London and indeed across the country.
ISIS saying they planted the bomb that left 30 people injured. It's the 5th terror attack in Britain this year, and even more than that have been foiled by the police. Well, what that means is that Britain is facing its most sustained terror attack incidents since the 1970s and the IRA bombing campaign. But this isn't a country, this isn't a city that scares easily. And I don't know if you can see, this is a normal Saturday morning, there's a little market, there are people out with their dogs, with their children. Even so, people are remaining vigilant and cautious, and they're on high alert. Dan, Paula.
They are on high alert, but Britain is a country of resiliency. Ian, thanks for your reporting from London this morning. We want to bring in ABC News contributor John Cohen, who was a top intelligence and counterterrorism official in the Department of Homeland Security. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us, John. First and foremost, as Ian was just reporting, this 18-year-old was arrested. How significant a development is this arrest, and how does it change the investigation?
Well, it's a significant event. It'll help lead authorities to determining whether there are additional attackers who are out there. That's their #1 priority at this point. They want to find out whether this person worked alone or whether there are other people out there who may be preparing to carry out an attack. Secondly, they'll want to figure out, was this somebody who was recruited and trained by ISIS or Al-Qaeda, or was this somebody who is a troubled youth who was inspired by what they saw on the internet?
As Ian Pannell reported, Friday's attack may have involved the same type of explosives used in the bombing of that Ariana Grande concert in Manchester several months ago. What do you make of that connection? Is that important?
Well, it could be very important. I mean, what law enforcement authorities in Europe and in London in particular will want to determine is whether they have a bomb maker out there who's working with multiple groups of people to set these bombs and try to cause these attacks to take place. So that'll be one of the things that they'll look at. The good news here is that much of the bombs still exist. So they're going to be able to get a lot of evidence from that device, which will help them lead to the bomb maker.
John Cohen, thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.